Em here from Aunt Em's Quilts and Em's Scrap Bag. Thanks for taking time to watch my video. Remember, if you like them, to like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about quilting basics. I'm going to do a whole series on them. Today we're going to talk about tools. So look forward in the future about cutting, piecing, and finishing your quilts. I will put links to all my favorite tools in the description below, but you're free to choose whatever you want. All right, let's get started. All right, basic tool that you need is thread. I do buy some of these. Whoa. I do buy some of these. I know people say buy 100% cotton. I'll be honest, I don't always. I took a class at Handy Quilter once, and they said just buy a good thread that matches what you're working on. And I mostly buy neutrals. If I'm quilting a quilt top, sometimes I will buy a different color that will match my top. And I also buy a lot of cones, just because I go through a lot of fabric, and then at the end you can blow through the cone and go doo-doo-doo-doo to celebrate that you went through that much thread. Think of all the wonderful sewing you got done. I'm pickier when it comes to my fabric. If I'm going to make a quilt, I want it to last, and I don't want to buy fabric that's cheap, even if it looks nice. So I buy quilt shop fabric. I have gone into Joann's and bought fabric, but if I buy fabric at Joann's, I look at the higher end and I hold it up to the light and make sure the thread count is good. I don't want to see light between the threads. That's not going to be good. And I feel it for the texture of it, because you can feel when it's a cheap fabric. You're going to want to buy fabric in a wide range of value and also in like scale of prints. So you might want some big prints and some smaller prints. All right, and value is just lights to darks. If you are intimidated and all the bolts on the wall, you can buy these pre-packaged fabrics, and I will put a link to my favorite place to get pre-packaged in the notes below. I know that some people wash their fabric before they use it. I don't. I like the sizing that the manufacturer puts in it. It makes it stiffer and easier to cut more accurately. So that's just my take on it. Next, you're going to need rulers and a mat. You're going to want a self-healing mat. And for these big purchases, you're going to want to use your coupons at your box stores, like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or whatever you shop at. Use those to buy these big ticket items that are more expensive. It'll save you a lot of money. And there are a lot of specialty rulers, but when getting started, you just need a few basic ones. I like a small one to have by my machine so that I can just trim things up or make small cuts as I'm doing things, working on little things. I like a square ruler to square up my blocks. I like the 12.5 inch. You can decide what size you like best. And then I like a long ruler that I can use to cut the width of the fabric when it's cut in half. So this 24 by 6 inch is my favorite. You're also going to want a rotary cutter. Once again, use a Joann's coupon or Hobby Lobby coupon to get this, and you can get some replacement blades for that. I have the 45 millimeter. It works great for all kinds of projects. If you're doing small work, you might want to go smaller, or if you're just cutting yardage, you can go bigger. But for general use, I like the 45 millimeter. Okay. Pins, I just like them with the little ball on top, just to hold things in place. My sewing machine needles, I just use universal needles, 90-14. Okay. Scissors, you're going to want a good pair of fabric scissors. Don't let your family use them for other things. My mom threatened to cut our hair if we ever used her fabric scissors in a house full of girls. That was a good deterrent. Whatever you need to do. But keep your fabric scissors for your fabric. And sadly, once in a while, you're going to need one of these, a seam ripper. I like this one because this thing here you can rub over and it helps to take the threads out. You're also going to need an iron. You don't have to spend a lot of money on an iron. In fact, my best irons I have gotten at thrift stores. So just get an iron that heats well and works well for you. Finally, you're going to want some patterns. There's lots of free ones online. I have a lot of them on my website. I will put a link to those. I also have package patterns that you can buy, and I will put a link to those. And then there's really some great books out there. As you can see, I like scrappy kind of stuff. But there's a lot of things that you can use when you're looking for a beginning pattern. Look for squares and rectangles and large shapes, and that will ensure that you get an easy and successful pattern. My Simply Charming is a good one. I will put a link to that. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. The one tip that I got the most of when I asked on my Facebook group what would be the one thing that you would tell a beginning quilter that you wish you knew then, was there are no quilt police. That was said over and over again. Do not worry about being perfection when you're starting out. You are learning. You can't expect to be perfect, and your quilts will be loved regardless of whether all your seams match up or not. So have fun, enjoy quilting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.